Harvick is getting no closer to Jimmie Johnson.
No, but that was an 04 that time, 41.04, 41 flat, and a 40.91 on Burton. So Burton's coming back.
Jeff Burton needs that long run there. Looks like he's going to get it.
Yeah, it does. And I think he's going to get up here and get after Harvick. And then it's just a matter if he has enough time to get back to Johnson. If Johnson slows, could be trouble for him.
You know, Darrell, to support what you were talking about, the track temperature itself, the surface temperature has dropped over 10 degrees since we started. That solves a lot of handling problems, a lot of grip.
A lot of rain clouds, and they are getting closer than they've ever been over turn 3.
Man, there's stuff swirling in the air, and it's raining right over off the back straightaway, but we're racing.
Here comes Burton on the outside of Kevin Harvick.
Got a great run.
Looks like will not put up a fight. Oh, I'm wrong. Again.
They'll fight it to the end right there.
But Harvick might let him by. They are teammates, wouldn't you know?
He might. And both of them want to win very badly.
Harvick might let him by, but I think it's going to be more like Burton's going to have to drive by.
The difference is Burton may have a chance to catch Jimmie Johnson. Harvick, it doesn't appear.
But Harvick's doing what was going on earlier. There you see the two wives, Kim Burton on the left, Elena Harvick on the right. But now Harvick's back running the high side at one end, the low end at the other end of the racetrack.
Burton's too polite to move him out of the way, so he goes to take the short way around on the bottom.
They'll come together right here, hopefully.
Not literally.
Not touching together, but they will come back together. That momentum off the high side gives you good straightaway speed.
Has to be a little frustrating for Burton, who caught Harvick easily. Had the better car, but now can't clear it.
I think once Harvick did the same thing he did earlier, once he started running the high line all the way around the racetrack, he started making up time. He made up about a hundredth or two on Johnson that time by. And he opened a little gap on his teammate down there, Jeff Burton. So that high line really pays off for the 29 car.
You know, while these guys are battling for second, I'm watching quite the battle back here for fifth. Joey Logano just drove by Kurt Busch in that 2 car. That's what's happening on the right-hand side of your screen. So Joey cracks the top 5 now in the 20 car.
I tell Joey Logano, hey, that 16 car is coming up fast.
But you know what, Darrell, we talked about it at Daytona. What a difference a year has made in that young rookie right there. I think we still have to remember he's only 19 years old.
No, he's doing really well this year. I like what I see.
Well, the side-by-side battling has allowed Jimmie Johnson to hold a 1.2-second lead. If you're Richard Childress, who owns these 2 cars, at some point you just tell these fellas knock it off and tell one to go on.
I think after the year they had last year, he's enjoying what he's seeing right now.
My feelings exactly.
They're not racing for last this year. They're racing for a win here.
And they are just barely closing.
Let me tell you, that was 2.5 tenths or 1.5 tenths that time by. They're catching Jimmie Johnson
with 9 to go.
Now, we'll say this, knowing Richard Childress like I know him, he's probably went through about 4 tubes of chapstick.
I just heard Mike Dillon up on the roof, trying to get his driver ever closer to the lead.
They're coming. I'll tell you, Jimmie Johnson's car is backing up right to him. And this is what I kind of wondered if it was going to happen, because Johnson's car looked like it was a little off on the longer runs.
And you know what? With 9 laps to go, they may have just enough time to get there.
They smell him now.
8 laps to go now.
They're getting a woof of him now.
Mark Martin is 4th. Logano 5th. And that'll be his best finish since the rain-shortened race win at New Hampshire.
See, right now, Jeff Burton's a smart guy. Right now, he would sit behind Kevin Harvick and say, let's catch him. But then, hopefully, there won't be any laps left for your sake. If there are, we're going to race each other for the win.
But you know what? Jeff Burton is a team player. He wants to win, but he wants to see Richard Childress racing in victory lane.
I agree.
Burton all the way down to the bottom. Sweeps up alongside Harvick, who has the run off the corner. And as they cross the line with 7 to go, the gap is just the same, 9 tenths.
But about another...
Still beat him at 10.
That's right. Another 5 or 6 hundredths. They're almost at 10. I'll go along with that.
But they definitely are reeling that 48 car in. You can see it right there, visually.
No, old Sly Dog up there leading the race, too. He might just be watching his mirror, you know.
Saving on something.
He don't need to go any harder than I have to.
6 to go this time by. Burton is relentless. He goes right to the bottom in turn 3 every single lap, hugs the bottom as long as he can.
Whoa.
That time the car got a little bit away from him.
But that's his line all day long. He's not changed off that line. We were off that line one bit.
But the way he gets off turn 4 definitely hurts him because that kills the straightaway speed when you get that loose
I
off.
believe this separation will help Kevin Harvick. He can quit watching what Burton's doing and start focusing on what Jimmie Johnson's doing, and that 48 car looks like he's got his hands full to me.
Harvick had it down to 0.7 of a second. Climbs a bit, drops a bit. But time is not his ally. There'll be just 5 laps to go. They come back.
It's going to be a good lap for Harvick. He just gained a little bit more. I mean, man, he is there now. He has left Jeff Burton, and he's right up on the closing in quickly.
Less than 0.6 of a second.
Whoa, look at that. That's almost 0.3 that time.
That's a
by.
lot right there.
That's a lap
huge.
right there,
I mean, you
boys.
can see it. It's down to about 3 car lengths.
Harvick sent it into turn 1 deeper than anybody's gone today.
Oh, I think he lost a little off it, too. I think he had to lift a little bit and was pushing with him.
Jimmie Johnson has a good launch off turn 2. Half a second.
And that's what you have to make sure. No matter what you do getting in, you've got to get a good run off the corner to maintain that speed down the straightaway.
Well, it takes it takes so much concentration when you're running that close to the wall to stay off the wall. Now you got to think about staying off the wall, plus catch this dude, and he's caught him. Harvick is awesome on 4.
4 to go. Update a couple stories further back. Jeff Gordon, if they had an engine trouble, it's still running. He's 19th on the lead lap. Regan Smith had a shot at it, but making that pit stop put him back in the pack. He is 20th.
But I'm going to tell you what, boys, Harvick is there.
Yeah, you know what you're going to hear when they go by this time? New leader, 29 car.
El Cajones, Jimmie Johnson, Bakersfield's Kevin Harvick, the 2 California kids are going to go at it here with 3 laps to go for the win.
Jimmy's moved up to try to block Kevin, but this has been where he's been so strong.
Yeah, Harvick got in the wall there. He just couldn't turn it down.
And a little bit of air that it took off of his car really messed him up.
That's all good. It's all good. It's going to make it better. You get him down here. You're way better 1 and 2.
Do need to correct one thing. That's actually Billy O'Day that's Kevin Harvick's spotter.
I think, Larry, even though that doesn't knock you out of the race, or you don't, but it hurts the way the car drives. See, it knocks the toe off just enough that you lose you lose that feel that you had.
I got behind him over there.
Just don't do it again.
There'll be 2 to go this time. Here comes Burton fighting back on the bottom. He wants to try to take that second spot away from Harvick.
Well, see what happens when you hit the wall like that. It changes things just a little bit about the car. Takes you a lap or 2 to adjust to what the car's doing now.
That's all he has is a lap or 2 left, Darrell.
Yeah.
There's 2 to go.
That's what Jimmie Johnson needed, and that's the problem with running up next to that wall. It's fast but dangerous.
Richard Childress Racing has not won a race at Auto Club Speedway in the Sprint Cup Series.
Kevin Harvick spent the morning out down on the pit road speaking to some children, some high-risk children, special need children.
Well, Harvick, Childress going to leave here with all 3 cars in the top 10. Boyer sitting back here, he's in 8th place, so can't complain, man.
That's quite a recovery for Clint Boyer.
One week at a time
For Jimmie
One more
Johnson.
good lap, bud.
1.3 ahead of Kevin Harvick.
What, we got that battle getting back together for 5th back there with Logano and Kurt Busch.
The 2 Childress cars will fight it out for 2nd.
Going to be close between them.
As Jimmie Johnson is half a lap away from his 48th career win.
What did everybody say? He just wins here in the fall?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. He's won the last 3 fall races.
The Roush cars have dominated the spring here, but defending
comes
champ Matt
Burton.
Kenseth is only 7.
We're going to have a heck of a finish here for 2nd.
Boy, it's going to be a drag race between those 2 guys.
I believe Burton might get him down on that bottom. No, Harvick got it.
Jimmie Johnson wins the Auto Club 500. There is Joey Logano holding off Kurt Busch.
Very nice run. Gentlemen, you did a great job. Great job, everybody. Great job, Jimmy. I'm very proud of you, buddy. You had to work.
Scott Speed and Brian Vickers, teammates, crossed the line side by side. Speed got 11th, Vickers 12th. Disaster at Daytona, victory lane in Fontana for Jimmie Johnson.
He won his very first win here back in 2002. He gets his 48th win here in 2010.
That'll tie Herb Thomas for 12th in NASCAR's all-time win list. And the two drivers ahead of him now, Junior Johnson and Ned Jarrett, will both be at Las Vegas next week, signing autographs in the Neon Garage with some historic race cars. Neat to see.
Now, when he won back in 2002, he blew the engine up in the burnout.
Sounds like he might do it again today.
He has a lot of experience since then.